Hey guys, what's up? This is Andrew for TRENDLINES.com. So as usual, I'm here to make some technical analysis. I'm here to show you everything that I like to use when I was a professional trader, all the different tools and techniques that worked for me all these years. And I want to show you guys how this is working and how to do it yourself. So in this video, I want to make a big update, guys, on the cryptocurrency market, especially on the Bitcoin. So let's get into it. And guys, so it's been a long time I didn't make a video on the Bitcoin. So let me remind you first, as usual, what was my last scenario in the update I think I did around 2 or 3 weeks ago. So let's take a step back here and let me make a full analysis and remind you guys what happened and what is probably gonna happen. So maybe we can start on the weekly time frame here, take a big step back, and I just want to show you guys that here, since inception, we're doing a 1 in purple, this one, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are in the 5th wave since February 19, since we reached 3,000. And in this 5th wave here, we're doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the second wave bottom in March 20 during the COVID, and since then we're having this amazing bull run that started from 4,000 and that went to 75. So now I'm going to zoom in inside this 5-wave development here, but we are only in the 3rd wave, guys, in this 5-wave developments. So I think the 3rd wave is complete now. So this was actually everything that I was showing you guys in my previous videos. You can go and check it out. They're still on my channel. I was basically telling you in this whole, I know I have a lot of drawings here, guys, but I'm going to show you what you need to be focused on. So here now I'm zooming in and I analyze this 3rd wave, guys. So the wave that started here in the 31st March 2020 and that finished at 65,000. And once again, the whole move up. So this 3rd wave, of course, will be broken down in 5 waves because we are following Elliott waves principle that is saying that moves up develop in 5 waves and moves down correct in 3 waves, ABC, flat, zigzag, or in 5 waves, ABCDE in a triangle. So here we had this first wave to 12,000, then here correction. I think I started to do my videos here and I was telling you guys, we're gonna have an amazing strong move up because I knew we were in the 3rd of my 3rd, which is usually the most impulsive and the strongest wave. And this one went to 45. And here I told you guys it's time to buy because I spotted that we were having here this triangle that is a 4th wave. You can see it very clearly here. And that's usually after triangles, just like we have on AMC, guys. After triangles, we often have, almost always having a 5th wave. You can find it here. This is Elliott wave course, guys, that I use a lot. It's my Bible. And here I'm just showing you guys something that is interesting for you to know. Okay, triangles nearly always occur on positions prior to the final actionary wave. So this is what we're having on AMC, and this is what we had here. And then we had our 5th wave. So during the 5th waves, I was telling you guys, this is the 5th wave, be careful. We are starting to see some weakness. So here we had a lot of weaknesses. First, we had, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that the 4th wave in this pattern is entering wave 1 territory. This is an ending diagonal. Once again, you can find it here. Okay, ending diagonals take a wedge shape within 2 converging lines, which each subwave, including wave 1, 3, and 5, subdividing into a 3, which is otherwise a corrective pattern, a corrective wave phenomenon. I'm not going to go through all of this with you guys, but basically ending diagonals, just like the name states, and are final waves of larger degree patterns. So here it was my 5th wave. And I had, of course, as usual, a nice bearish divergence. You can see market making higher highs, like from 1 to 5, and the MACD during the same time was making lower highs. So this is a divergence. So this is the reason why here, when we broke my wedge pattern around 60,000. I told you guys, I gave you this trend. I said the Bitcoin is gonna go much lower. I had 42,000 as a target because it's the top of the third wave, but it can also go to 28,000, the bottom of my fourth wave. So the second case was the one that actually happened. And so right now, I just wanted to go with you guys through all of this analysis because it's very important to understand what is going to happen right now. All right. So now we understand that we finished this third wave and that we're doing a fourth. So we are right now doing this fourth wave. So let me just pick this one. All right. So we are doing this fourth wave. So we are wondering what kind of pattern we can have here. And I'm coming to this. I'm going to give you guys what you're here for. I'm going to give you my different scenarios. I'm going to give you my preferred scenario. I'm going to give you my targets, and I'm going to tell you when this is probably going to happen. So we went to the bottom of the fourth wave. So we are wondering when this correction is going to be complete. So to do that, to get this information, we need to analyze what kind of pattern is actually happening here. So let me zoom in even more. And I'm right now expecting a correction of a larger degree wave counting. So I'm expecting this correction to be a bit long. So I told you in my previous videos that we're going to have probably a rebound around June or July. It can go up to August or September. It wouldn't be a problem. You can see just visually having a correction coming to September makes sense as well. So for now, I don't have this information. I don't know how long it's going to last, but my guess is maybe a bit more. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. So the very first thing is that we need to label what is happening here. And you're going to see, guys, I have very interesting information right now I'm going to give you. So look at this. Now we focus only on what happens from here. So we have the A, B, C. So let me get rid of that for now. Okay, we're having an ABC. And here, it's very interesting, guys, because look what happened. So we don't know if it's going to be an ABC or if it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. This is a question we're having because if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then it's a motive wave. Then we know that we're going to have an ABC going higher and then that we're going to have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand? Because if you have 5 waves, then the motive waves are going down. Then you usually have a corrective pattern that is going to go up and then one more motive wave that is going to go down. And then it means that we're going to correct to much lower levels, probably 20,000. So this was one of my scenario. And I want to show you guys really this because it's what happened here is very, very, very interesting. I'm going to invert the scale because we are used to look at charts that go higher. So, and here I just want to show you what happened. We had, I think, a manipulation of the market quite obvious here. Because as you can see, if I don't label this ABC, here I have a 1, I have a 2. So this is the new move after, this is my watch pattern that broke. This is 60,000. Here, first wave, second wave correction, then the third wave. And here, guys, we're having a beautiful triangle in the fourth wave. And we had the breakout here. And then something very, very bullish. I mean, this here, something very, very bullish happened because we had the breakout. Usually we should have had this fifth wave. That would tell me that we're going to go much lower, that probably then correct and go lower, just like I showed you probably to the 20,000 area. But this breakout, guys, is to me a clear sign of market manipulation. This usually, if it would have happened in a healthy market, we should have had this big correction that would follow. And for me, what happened is that a lot of traders, big traders that own probably a lot of crypto, a lot of Bitcoin, they knew that there were a lot of stop losses here. They saw the pattern that was getting drawn and they probably pushed the price lower here because they knew that they would buy together at 30,000. So for me, this is just a trick to push some buyers to stop their positions. So basically, this is a domino effect created by stop losses. Almost sure of that. In all this area, guys, from here to here, it's stop losses. And usually I don't understand why this market managed to go higher. This is probably because there were a lot of buyers at the 30,000 area. But if there were so many buyers at the 30,000 area, I don't understand why this has broken and why it has not gone lower. So this is to me a fake out. So let's check the volumes. The volumes are going to give us some information here. Yeah, you have an increase in the volume. So, you know, it looks really like a breakout, but for some reason, it didn't go lower. It happens. So for this, I have no explanation. My only explanation is that there were some buyers that agreed together to buy a big quantity of Bitcoin at this level. So they managed to push the price higher. So given that now I know that it is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I know that we're only having an ABC. So I know this is corrective. This triangle is not holding anymore. And now what I can only expect is actually after this correction, either we go right away higher, but as you can see, actually here we're having some weakness. Let me show you guys this again. I told you about divergences just before. Look here, if we connect the highs of this move and then we connect the highs on the MACD, you can see that we have a bearish hidden divergence. Let me show you guys quickly what is a bearish hidden divergence. It's this one. So it's the market making lower highs, even if the momentum indicator is making higher highs. So, you know, you should see some momentum, some bullish momentum in the market. You should see a higher high, but the market is not able to give it. The market is stuck and is still going lower, even when we have some bullish momentum. So this is showing weakness. And we're having this weakness here. You can see. And on the MACD is not very clear to me, because, you know, the MACD is going higher, but you see that the highs are not connected perfectly. So in these situations, I like to add the RSI. And with the RSI, you can see, you can do this divergence with any momentum indicator, RSI, stochastic, MACD. And on the RSI, it's very clean. The divergence is obvious. You see here, RSI going higher, market going lower. So to sum up the situation, I'm having an ABC, not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is corrective, but I'm having some weaknesses here. And I think I'm seeing some market manipulation that is buying the market. So the market is strong. The market is strong. We corrected to the bottom of the fourth wave, but we're having a bearish divergence. So I think that what is happening is a complex correction. And complex corrections, once again, you can check in the Elliott wave PDF that is on Google. Just type Elliott wave theory by Precht and Froster, and you're going to find this. And those complex corrections, they look like this. You have sometimes a zigzag, W, X, Y. So it can be a zigzag, flat, triangle, you know, and Elliott called sideways combination of corrective patterns, double threes and triple threes, while the thing with 3, blah, 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 is a combination of simpler types of corrections, including the various types of zigzags, flats, and triangles. All right, so this is what we had in GameStop, by the way, 2 months ago. And, you know, complex corrections are not easy to actually trade because it's usually messy. The signals are not very clean. You don't really understand what the market wants to do because it just wants to correct. It just needs time. And here, I think that what we need is time. So my scenario right now is that we're doing something like this, A, B, C. Okay. So ABC, then here a second ABC. And I think we're going to do one more. So we're going to have 3. So I don't know if it's going to be a triangle. Sometimes it's triangles. So let me put here a triangle. Usually the last pattern of a WXY correction is also a triangle. So it might be something like this. So I'm just giving you here an example, but it can be anything actually. It can be a flat, a triangle, a zigzag. We don't know, but I think that here the price action might be rejected at the 42,000 level, which is for me the strongest resistance we're having here. And I think that this market, look at the bigger. So let me get rid of the RSI now. So I have a lighter chart. And if I take a step back, guys, look, this market, last time the correction lasts from July 19 to March 20. So basically 8 months. So now it's been 3 months we're in it. So I think that, you know, having 2, 3 more months would make sense. So maybe we would even have a longer correction, but it can be as well shorter. So basically, I don't know. I'm expecting 1 or 2 few more corrective patterns to happen because I'm having this bearish divergence. I can see the market is very strong. So I think it's going to hold. And here, if we're having a breakout of the 42,000 level, it means that we're already having our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the way it's going to end, guys, probably. it's going to end like this. Once this corrective pattern is going to be finished, we're going to have at some point, so it can happen now. Maybe it's happening now, guys. Maybe we're having already a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe this is happening. But if it's not happening and we're having one more corrective pattern, then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will just come later. But ultimately, we're going to complete this fifth wave. We have one more wave, guys, one more wave to go higher. And let me just give you the target quickly. And this next wave would probably go, I just use fibs, guys, here. Up, I measure the third wave. I apply to the bottom of the fourth wave, and it's giving me 133,000. So this is my target for the Bitcoin, probably around next year, July next year, probably in 1 year. So this is where I see the Bitcoin in 1 year for just the reason I gave you. So I think we have time. This market needs to correct a bit more. There was a lot of damage created 2 months ago. We don't know what China is going to do with crypto as well. So all of this will impact the price action. So we need to stay focused on here. We have a strong support at 30,000. The resistance is 42,000. If we break it and retest, it's a nice level to buy. Otherwise, would be a buy around 30,000. And I would keep an eye on those corrective patterns. That's probably going to keep happening. So that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please don't forget to click on the sub, like, and bell button so you're going to be the first to know when I upload anything new. And stay close to shore. I'll see you guys.